Hello everyone, I can't believe this is the last season. I'm genuinely sad this is the last season. Yeah, I mean it's been an amazing run, great cycle, and I didn't think it was going to happen, but Charles Miles luckily is about to retire and become a club legend before we finish the cycle. I mean, he kept going and till like the age of 36, I can't believe it. What an absolute legend. He's been fantastic for us, he's lasted a long time, he's won a lot of championships. Yeah, what an absolute ledge. And we signed him quite early on, probably season 10 maybe or something like that. And as you can see here, I'm going through signing some new contracts, but I'll be honest, I'm not sure why it ends after this season, but I don't know, it's just habit I guess. So I just re-signed those three guys. Now, this is the last ever draft, so as you can see, I'm piling picks galore into getting the top picks because I want the best players in this draft and I want to make a really good run at this Super Bowl. So Tucker Hamilton's the first guy, new guard, to replace Charles Miles. Legendary tackle. So we're bringing Tucker Hamilton in, and yeah, he's running gun right now, but we've switched that up, and then we're trading a load of picks again to get the number 2 pick. So we get the second best player in the draft, and that is going to be young cornerback Eric Willis. And so we need to change the styles of these two guys. Tucker Hamilton to vertical, and then Eric Willis to pass focus, and there you go, they're both 94 overall, which is absolutely awesome draft picking. And then we're going to bring in a wide receiver there, King Harrison, and he's going to be 89 overall, which is pretty good. He'll be like our 4th receiver, or we might switch him to tight end. And we're going to bring in Murray at the top there at some point, but we'll bring in Owen Hamilton first. And we're just bringing in, I'm just basically blowing all my draft picks, trading for all these draft picks this season just to bring in a ton of players. We've got some cap space, so we're going to bring them all in, and that means we've got loads of good backups as well. As you can see there, Max Murray is 98 overall, so he's our return guy for the last season. Poor old Kent Terry, he's going to get benched. And so after trading away all those picks, as you can see, we've had a damn good draft, possibly the best draft we've ever had. If you look at how many players are in the 80s there, and the 2 top guys are in the almost mid-90s already, and a 98 returner. I mean, what a draft. It's amazing once you get a good team and you get going how good a draft you can have. That's the best draft we've had, I think, at least top 5. And we've got a ton of TP to spend, so Peterson, the legendary Park Peterson, he's going to get some bullseye. And Emilio Griffin, we had a little look at this, and Protector obviously realised we want Playmaker, so we're going to give him that. And now guys, the last run through, Parker Peterson at QB, Evans, the 5-star fullback we brought in, Caleb Davis has been an amazing running back, we've had a great receiver tight end room for a long time now, and then our O-line's been great for about 15 seasons to be honest, we've had some brilliant players. And then both our DTs have had these guys for a few seasons now, good 5 seasons they've played together. Obviously Dunn and Gilbert there, Scott we brought in, Chavez we drafted, Wolf we wanted to draft but didn't, then brought him in, Fleming, he went and came back, Nelson Bates, Knight, Edwards, Willis is the new guy, Matthews, all those were drafted, and all the guys down here, Rodriguez and Alvarado, have been here from almost the start on special teams. That special teams unit, kicker and punter, have been there, as you can see, at 35 now. So yeah, we've had them for a long time, since they were early 20s, so almost, you know, about 12 to 15 seasons we've had those guys. I love that, I love having players for a long time and creating that sort of history and legend at the position. And then they sort of create records and then you sort of try and break them, but obviously in legend mode, you don't really get that opportunity because you've got 25 seasons, so unless you sign some great players at the start who play for 10 to 15 seasons, you're never really going to get another player play for 10 to 15 seasons at the end of it. Because on Extreme, you're not good enough early on. It's too hard. Not too hard, sorry, it's you can't be good early on. It takes a little while to get into it. Yeah, I know I'm kind of skipping through these games in terms of saying what's happened, but we're absolutely tearing it up, which, you know, I kind of hoped we would. Players are levelling up quickly. Look out, I mean, our offence overall is 98. I mean, I'd love that to make 100 before the game finishes, but that's probably unlikely. Evans up 2 levels, that's nice. But yeah, the guys are levelling up really quickly. Evans is now 90 overall for a fullback, even though they don't play too often. I don't know why, I love having a good fullback. I'd love that position, I love the fullback, I don't know why. And I like having a good tight end, you know, all these little things. Ultimate Football Manager has made me prefer the 3-4 formation, because the outside linebackers get really good stats and can get you Defensive Player of the Year, and obviously middle linebackers super important on this game, whereas D tackles and defensive ends aren't as important. Whereas I'd say that might be flipped in real life, but you know, some people may not agree. Yeah, we're absolutely tearing this up. We're just wrecking teams. It's beautiful. Do you know what? I'd absolutely love to go unbeaten in my final season on the Extreme Legend mode. Peterson is having an all-star season as per usual. Defense is stepping up. I mean, this is beautiful to watch. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you enjoy watching us just trash teams every week. Now we've become ultimate powerhouse, and if we can win the Super Bowl, I believe that'd be 4 in a row to close it out. We lost to the Bears, and then since we've beaten them 3 times, I think. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, this would either be our 4th in a row or 5th in a row this season. And the last 4, because I think it's 4, have been all against the Bears in the Super Bowl. So it'd be pretty cool to close out the game playing the Bears in the Super Bowl again. And obviously, hopefully taking the victory. But yeah, I've loved this series. I hope people have enjoyed watching it as much as I've enjoyed making it. Sometimes there's been a bit of a gap between me making streams and releasing them, but you know, sometimes life gets in the way. But I've really enjoyed doing it. I've really enjoyed creating these streams. I hope people have enjoyed watching. And one of the greatest things that I see in the comments and on Reddit is when people say that they feel like they've learned from it and they've taken a lot of tips from it, and it's going to help them have, you know, play the game better and improve their experience of the game. That's kind of what I was doing it for, to be honest. So that's amazing. As we take out the Jags, who we always have good games against, no matter what the overalls are. Oh, New England. Yes, it is. That is just like romantic in terms beating New England in the final season of the cycle in the championship game as well. And it is the Bears. We take on the Bears for what is, I think, the 5th time in a row in the Super Bowl. And I mean, this is a great start. Peterson to Griffin, both got traits. I think in future games I play, I'm going to try and possibly do traits a bit earlier, mainly that leadership trait. That trait is fantastic. I've never really used it on games that often, as the Bears are about to score, but I will use that on future games a lot sooner, because it takes up players' intelligence, personality, and that can take up their overalls. So that's it, and get cheaper contracts. Go on. Touchdown pass, another one to Griffin. What a great combo for these guys. Alvarado kicking Super Bowl points, love it. Look at that, we made the Bears punt. Let's get up there, let's make this a 2-score game. Let's do this. Touchdown pass, Peterson to Bates. I mean, this team is so solid. I absolutely love it. Ah, oh, Scott! Outside linebacker, interception. And he got an interception last year, actually. Last season he got an interception in Super Bowl against the Bears as well. So that's awesome. Sack for done. 62-yard scramble. Jesus. Also, we've got a field goal here as well. Long field goal. So 10-point game. That's good. 2-score game. Oh no. Fumble. And they're going to score. What have we done? It was looking like an absolute blowout. And a fumble just brings them straight back into the game. Oh no, 4th and 6. Oh, we punt. The Bears are straight back on top of this. Oh, and they punt. Woo-hoo. This game has just got intense. I don't like it. Hopefully the people watching like it. It's good for the neutral, as they say. Come on. 4th. Oh, they fold us to a field goal. 6-point game. If the Bears get a TD here, they take the lead for the first time in the Super Bowl. Interception! Gilbert! Come on! Outside linebacker Gilbert. Interception! Oh my god, straight back. There you go, rope-a-dope. Oh, that's painful. And they're going to get a TD here, you know it. 1 point lead, 9 minutes to go in the quarter. Oh my lordy. I can't believe this. I thought we was going to absolutely crush them. Third, come on. A lot of third downs creeping up here. Come on. A lot of running as well. Peterson's getting a lot of pass action actually as well, to be honest. Fumble, what? Oh, recovered. Phew. Fullback Evans. Yes, I love it. Davis with a 2-point conversion, which makes it a 1-score game. Oh my. What? 59-yard pass with 1 minute 12 to go. Tell you what, the 2-minute drill in Ultimate Football Manager is insane. As the final Super Bowl ever goes to overtime and the Bears have the ball. Sacked! Get in there. Gilbert and Bates both get sacks. Make them punt. Raiders march down the field. Get the field goal. Alvarado. Walk-off field goal. Get in the win on the final Super Bowl of the series. What an amazing game to finish the series. I would not be saying that if we lost. And Peterson gets Offensive Player of the Year. Eric Willis, Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's quality. I love that couple of awards. Peterson again with QB, team QB. O-line is in there. Defensive line, linebackers. We've got some secondary in there. Team of the Year. Peterson. Griffin, wide receiver. That's good. He hasn't been on Team of the Year yet. Scott, linebacker. Yeah, absolute crushing, to be honest. What an epic season to finish. Peterson, look at that. 53 for 8. Passing yards, Davis. Peterson, almost 1,000 rush yards. Oh yes, Griffin, most TDs in the league for a receiver. That's good. Scott again having a great season outside linebacker. Look at that. Tackles for loss, sacks, interceptions, forced fumbles. Scott has been an absolute delight. I've got to be honest, I'm gutted he hasn't won Defensive Player of the Year in the last 2 seasons. He's been amazing. Stats wise, let's have a look at all time. Look at that, Peterson. Unbelievable record. Davis obviously, and Peterson second there. Evans tried to creep up a bit. Jones at tight end. I mean, we've had him for a long time, and actually he's red personality, and we kept him on the whole time, red personality, even though they charged the most, and shows why. He's been fantastic for us. Defensively, Willis has been a sack machine. Dunn's been good since he came into the league actually. Wolf's been a good linebacker. Nelson's been a great cornerback. Yeah, Wolf's been good for us. You see McKinney up there, the legend McKinney. I loved having him. He was so good for us. Alvarado has absolutely smashed Gibson out of the park in terms of being a club legend. And Gibson was a legend for us early on, if people remember. In the early days, he was a really good kicker. Kent Terry's been a decent returner, but I think Murphy was probably our best returner. He got the most TDs. And I decided to check the old records here. Parker Peterson broke a few, but Daxton Washington and Chad Parks still hold a record each. Davis has every single rushing record. Griffin's picked one up. Joseph. Todd Jimenez, remember him? Yeah, Caleb Davis still just has so many records. Timothy Nelson, Austin Clark, don't even remember those guys, but they were early on. But I guess once you've hit a player, no matter how bad he is, gets 3 in a game, 3 interceptions, say, that won't get broken. So, you know, Peterson and Davis have just been a fantastic 1-2 punch. Parker Peterson's been one of my favourite players in this game, along with probably McKinney in this series and Charles Miles. I think they've been my favourite 3. And then as a combo group, I'd say my punter kicker, Alvarado. And unfortunately, I forgot my punter's name, that's embarrassing. But we'll send the career. One awesome cycle. I've had such a pleasure doing this. I've really enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone who subscribed, everyone who, you know, just watched, and I hope you got something out of it. Maybe I'll make another stream, but I've loved every second. Thank you all. Catch you in the next one.